Hi, everyone, and welcome to your Week 28 U.S. History launch. We're going to continue our talk on the Civil War and the Civil War Art Analysis project that you should be working on. All right, where you are right now, again, you want to pay attention to that blue line. You want to be as close to that as possible in both the projects and the power focus areas. We should be working on at least close to the Civil War era focus areas right now. If you work on these focus areas, it gives you some content that would be helpful for your Civil War art project. So if you just hover over the Civil War art project and you look at that, it will show you that, of course that didn't pop up now. There it is. This is due on March 13th. So that is, less than 2 weeks from now. Let's make sure that we try to get this one done on time. What I did here was, if you are somebody who is not completely caught up and has a lot of red to the left of the blue line, I recommend just forgetting these additional focus areas. They're more for the student who is closer to being on pace and who was looking for extra credit opportunities. So that is the way you can get an A+. If you are somebody who'd like to do those. Even if you're on pace and you're not close to an A, it's enough to possibly bump your grade, from a C+ to a B- or, half a letter grade or so. And also I'd like to encourage you, if you're somebody who has some red over here and you haven't quite done these two projects, please skip them for the time being and just catch up with the rest of the class and start working on the Civil War art project. I think you'd find these launches a lot more meaningful if they were relevant to you at the time and you were actually working on the project as I'm talking about it. You will have to go back and do everything that's past due. You'll have to do that on your own time, but I recommend, again, skipping ahead and going to the Civil War art project. Remember to ask for help. I think there's a lot of you who need it desperately, and I don't know if you're too scared or what the problem is, why you won't ask for help, but we can't really know what's wrong until you reach out and let us know. I promise we're not scary people. We want to help, and this thing would be a lot easier for you to do if you had the support of the instructors here at CPDLF. So reach out in any of these ways, and also don't forget about the new help desk chat feature. If you're somebody who works in the evening, instead of messaging your learning guide who's done with work at 4 o'clock, these are the staff that are available for you to reach out and ask for help. Might even be able to open content assessments for you too. So why don't you just try to reach out and see what they can do. The Civil War art project, you should be working on checkpoint 6. That is the draft art analysis. So what you'll do for the final project, this draft art analysis, you want to pick one of your art pieces. So up to this point, you should have completed through checkpoint 5. Each one required you to do a little paragraph on an aspect of the Civil War, and then also to create your own art piece having to do with what you wrote. So of those five art pieces that you made, you're to pick one of those that you're going to work on. What you're going to do is, after you pick one of your art pieces, your favorite one, you're going to do an art analysis, and that should include everything in this box. It should include an introduction that provides background on the topic and why you chose to create this specific art piece. You want to have an explanation of your art piece. What is it? Why did you choose to do that? What's going on? If you drew something, make sure you are really explaining what you drew. You want to have at least 2 pieces of evidence from the historical sources that were in those checkpoints. You want to have an explanation of how the evidence from the historical era connects to your art piece. And then also a conclusion that summarizes your main points. All right, so this was a rather short video for me, so I want to leave you with this wonderful rendition of Ed Sheeran's Shape of You parody, but it's actually really helpful. I recommend following along with the words at the bottom because it is giving you a lot of helpful information that you'll see again on the reconstruction assignments and those ones that pop up in the focus areas. So enjoy this masterpiece.
That the Civil War is finally over for answers. I need to know how to rebuild the South, cause it is a mess. How to bring them back into the fold. With emancipation for the 4 million just freed, will it be a fair society? Will the Congress, the president, or the locals be the ones to lead the way? And now I'm wishing that we still had dear Abe Lincoln. Johnson's the president and first to lead. He be granting amnesty, pardoning those who ask him please. Radical Republicans want the South to pay, not making it so easy. Both of them have to agree. We need Amendment 13. Congress passed the Civil Rights Act. Jefferson vetoes it won't enact. Congress overrides him back. This is Reconstruction. The South is split into 5 zones that will militarily run. They each get good big chunks on. This is Reconstruction, the 14th Amendment. This is Reconstruction, giving due process, equal protection. This is Reconstruction. Blacks, there is a sudden impact, they're freed with nothing, no place to go. So to help them adjust, get educated and such, Congress set up the Freedmen's Bureau. And now that black men can vote, they didn't summon a note, even 1 congressional seats. The black codes were passed to limit their chances, looking like an antebellum repeat. Cause we're saying like, get back to the plantation, it's shallow work, no choices like slavery. Sharecroppers really did see little profit after paying their fee. 15th Amendment was won, granting suffrage to all men allegedly. Poll taxes stopping many, grandfather clauses test literacy. Northerners came to help or gain, carpetbaggers became their names. Scallywags were hated the same. This is Reconstruction. Secret groups like the Ku Klux Klan formed in hate and in racism, terrorizing newly freed African Americans. This is Reconstruction. Amnesty Act grants pardons. This is Reconstruction. Former Confederates can vote again. This is Reconstruction. This is Reconstruction, come on. This is Reconstruction, come on. U.S. Grant becomes president, surrounded by ugly corruption. Economy hits a depression. End of Reconstruction. Democrats regain the South, and now the North they care about. Southern issue planning is given election. It's the end of Reconstruction. Welcome back, class. My name is Mr. Betts, and that was
All right, so it was horribly out of tune, but if you were following along the words, it's exactly what you'll be reading about in those checkpoints and in the documents that you're going to be reading. So all in all, I really enjoy it, and sometimes you can learn better through a song. So week 28 runs March 7th through March 13th. You should be working on mastering the abolishing slavery focus area. You can feel free to move on to the Civil War focus area if you are finished. You should be working to submit checkpoint 5. I'm sorry, I did this again last week. The Industrial Revolution project, that is for the other class. You guys are on the Civil War project, so you should be working to complete that one. All right, if there's anything else I can do to help you this week, please reach out. Again, if you're watching this and you're somebody who has not started any of the projects yet, it's okay. Please start with the Civil War one. Start with checkpoint 1. I will help you get through it, okay? Just message me. Have a good week.